What happened to Chandler from Mr. Beast? Let's jump into this video and find out. That's all I got, man. I'm getting dumber and dumber every time I make these videos.
From Mr. Beast's least important member,
Chandler was actually our janitor.
To a man
What?
who's been
Janitor? Not gonna lie, that was Mr. Beast's best choice ever promoting him. Like actually involving him in his videos. Chandler is the reason Mr. Beast came up.
Chandler was actually our janitor.
to a
That's
man
crazy.
who's been called Mr. Beast's last hope. Born in Greenville, North Carolina, Chandler met Mr. Beast at a very early age.
Holy chopped. Yo, look at Mr. Beast. He looked like a Diary of a Wimpy Kid character.
Baseball together since we were 9, like in the same league. We knew of each other.
But the two weren't friends as they had different interests.
Okay.
Jimmy was obsessed with YouTube, while Chandler was obsessed with baseball. Chandler thought he was on track to become a professional.
You think there's a world where you would have been in the MLB if you kept going?
Yeah, in my head, I didn't think it was far off.
But his other main focus was helping a growing YouTube channel.
Bro, what the fuck are they doing, bro? Mr. Beast was such a dork back then. And these videos would get like millions of views too.
YouTube channel.
He knew Jimmy very well. Tyler calls me. He's like, hey, we have a job. This guy just got fired. We need you to be like the replacement. I was like, yeah, I guess I
W.
need
Tyler, man.
Despite knowing nothing about the channel,
You had no idea what Mr. Beast was.
No.
Chandler passed the interview by offering to do whatever they needed, although it seems this somewhat backfired when Chandler found out the position he'd gotten.
Chandler was actually our janitor. We brought him
Wait,
on.
what?
Yeah, we brought
No
him
way.
on to just clean and stuff like that.
As the channel's 7th official employee, the job was best described as janitor deluxe.
What was Mr. Beast even hiring janitors for anyway? I mean, his videos were hectic, but I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to clean it himself.
Be in front of the camera.
Although despite having a pretty small group, Chandler barely said anything.
He was very shy, like super shy. He was so terrified to even talk to me.
Luckily, Chandler instead still had sporting ability, as it substituted his shyness during his first appearance in this iconic upload. Despite his limited dialogue, Chandler broke a record for the world's longest behind the back shot. Chandler didn't show his face for a year and a half after, only occasionally being heard behind the camera.
I feel like a bagel would be kind of waterproof anyway.
What the fuck is this? What are they doing? See, I need to start doing some stupid shit like this. Some Diddy activities.
I feel like a bagel would be kind of waterproof anyway.
That would be until
Yeah.
this video here, when Chandler became a Mr. Beast
I
contestant
remember this video.
purely because they had no one else.
They had 3 people and they were like, who do we grab? They're looking around and you were just there.
So they grabbed Chandler because they were short-staffed. And I'm pretty sure Chandler was like the only reason that this video got views. Fate sure has its way, dude. Like, you know.
Which featured a circle cut into 4 quarters, and the last person to leave won $10,000.
Damn.
Each contestant had a $100 budget.
10K, bro. He'd give out 10K for his main videos. Now he's giving that out for his shorts. The way Mr. Beast came up was some motivational shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Each contestant had a $100 budget, through which Chandler became likable, but only because he was also kind of stupid. While Chris, Tyler, and Garrett spent their $100 on tents and beds, Chandler instead simply bought a camping chair.
Chandler,
This
that was
guy.
the poorest decision ever. I'm talking about buying a fucking chair. Chandler spent like $6 on fruit roll-ups, but $5 on his chair.
Oreos, that's
He was pretty fucking dumb. I'm not gonna lie.
how we survived.
Hey, I got beef jerky too.
Garrett mattress, Chris tent, Tyler tent, Chandler gushes.
What did your money go to, man?
I got gushers.
Chandler was therefore ready to leave instantly.
So Chandler said he really
Oh,
doesn't
God.
kind of want to do this
No,
anymore.
don't show me that Chris, man. I'm gonna get emotional. Oh, how I miss that Chris.
Now trying to sell off his snacks. $30 a snack, he says, like he's a freaking airplane.
Yet he managed
Dude
to
is drug
outlast
dealing with
both
snacks.
Chris and Garrett whilst delivering some stupid but funny lines. Chandler eventually lost to Tyler after 36 hours, but with comments
36 fucking hours. Like, that's some hardcore shit right there. Being in that little fucking block for 36 hours. That's damn near 2 days. But those Mr. Beast videos back then were so fire. Like, when every video was just a sausage party, and it was just all guys talking about how they're gonna have to shit in a bucket for the night. Fire, bro.
36 hours, but with comments like I wanted Chandler to win and Chandler in more videos, people demanded that he return. Chandler was terrible at winning these challenges,
Oh,
so much they
yeah.
introduced his family just to help him win.
He could not win for shit.
Chandler lost
watch the last two. His dad came to show Chandler how it's done.
Chandler's dad Todd became a regular in the videos, also being Chandler's lifeline whenever he needed help. Todd's description further suggested Chandler came from a Christian household, and that Chandler was part of a very big family, most of whom featured in Last to Leave Ramen Noodle Pool wins $20,000.
This episode is a little different because it's all Chandler's family. Those are his sisters, this is his brother.
As a gimmick,
I mean, like, what a weird ass video idea. Last to Leave Ramen. Mr. Beast was a prodigy.
Chandler's brother Zach became a member of Mr. Bro, winning way more challenges than Chandler ever could.
He's competed in all of these challenges you see on the screen, and he lost every single one of them.
Memes began to spread about Chandler failing to win.
When Chandler drops out of the challenges, you're in the end game now.
Even our fridge can make fun of Chandler. Look, Chandler trying to win a challenge. Losing on purpose so we can make memes out of him.
Sorry, I miss Chris, man. Whatever even happened to Chris anyway? He got kicked off the crew after those pedo allegations or whatever. Thank God for that.
Mr. Beast gaining a lot of traction at the same time as these challenges taking off, as the same time as Chandler joining the crew. Now all of a sudden, challenges is kind of, you know, Mr. Beast never did challenges. For a little bit, that's kind of all it was.
And to think that bro was a janitor. Someone in the cleaning crew helped Mr. Beast come up. That's aura right there.
By Carl, Chandler being in the videos came with a massive increase in Mr. Beast's viewership as challenges became the channel's main focus. Still, Jimmy offered extra incentives to help Chandler win.
If he wins this one, he gets 50 grand. Everyone else only gets 20 grand because like Chandler never wins.
Leading to his first ever victory 13 months after starting.
Ooh, I was hype as hell. I remember seeing this video.
Chandler then won the next challenge, and another after that, before he'd face a serious problem.
Oh, no.
Chandler was still just a part-time employee, as professional baseball was still the main dream.
You still worried about that shit, man? You making bread in these Mr. Beast videos, you still worried about baseball. Be for real, dude.
They were like, hey, we don't need part-time people anymore. Either you are full-time or you go back to college. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I had to make a decision to either just kill my dream and go work for Mr. Beast, which I did.
Chandler therefore announced that he'd dropped out of college, which turned out to be his smartest choice, as exactly 1 year later he'd win the private island. Chandler went on to sell it for roughly $800,000.
Only reason I couldn't keep the island, guys, is because of taxes.
A different post read, after seeing less and less of an appearance of Chandler and more of Carl, I start to think that maybe Chandler is either leaving or he's just not good.
Not gonna lie, Carl low-key grew on me because back then I hated, bro.
Leaving or he's just not good enough. On the other hand, people began to clickbait that Chandler had gotten fired.
So Chandler from Mr. Beast has allegedly been fired for selling the private island that Mr. Beast gifted to him. Watch to the end, this is crazy.
Yo, gang, no one's gonna believe this shit.
Reality was much more depressing. Chandler had sadly died. YouTube star and associate of Mr. Beast, Chandler Hello. The article featured a picture of Chandler just a few weeks before his death and was
bro, did he actually die? What the f? How come I ain't heard about this shit?
Supposedly written by Mark Savage, who was certainly surprised to see it. This is totally fake. I never wrote such a story, although Chandler then confirmed the headline was true, tweeting, "Just found out I died. So when I saw you last night, it must have been a ghost." Obviously, Chandler hadn't died, as only 4 months later he'd announced he'd gotten married.
Yo, what the f is going on with my brain? I told you these videos making me dumber.
This had come with its own bit of drama. The photos had everyone from Mr. Beast's crew, except for perhaps the most notable person.
Where's Jimmy?
Why didn't Mr. Beast come to Chandler's wedding?
He's too busy, bro.
A video talking about the drama gained 11 million views. Adorable, wish I didn't get sick. Judging by other comments such as, my life wish is to be the same kind of man.
Bro, you couldn't show up sick to the guy that brought you up in YouTube? You couldn't show up to his wedding? Mr. Beast, that's low.
Made him more respected, bolstered by something else that Chandler started doing. After 1 full year with 0 TikTok uploads, Chandler posted the following video.
Recently, the Lord has put it on my heart to start
Finding
sharing,
God,
you know, some of the things that I've learned, and I'm gonna start doing daily verses.
As mentioned, he planned on...
I'm not really sure if I can say that.
Chandler quitting Mr. Beast? Where is Chandler from Mr. Beast?
Yo, why the f is my cat at the door? Let's watch the video together, gang.
His team. The videos talk about Chandler in this video here, during which Chandler seems extremely bored while filming and ends up leaving the challenge before it's even finished.
Where has he been and what is he doing?
He definitely hasn't left the crew, as he only just featured in the world's deadliest obstacle course.
Where has
Bro,
he
move,
been
man.
and what is he doing?
He definitely hasn't left the crew, as he only just featured in the world's deadliest obstacle course, but people are definitely
Okay, so he's still in
noticing
the crew.
that he's appearing less frequently.
Type shit. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. Moral of the story, have faith in your journey. If Chandler from Mr. Beast came up being a janitor, then you have no reason to doubt yourself. Y'all boys stay safe, man, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.